Publishing simple content like this every single day is the entire reason I'm able to sell books on Amazon KDP without ever putting money upfront into Amazon ads. And I've been doing it this way for more than 3 years now. In this video, I'm gonna show you the exact TikTok method I use to sell books on Amazon without spending a cent on ads. The way real people are actually doing it. With real examples, I'm gonna break down piece by piece. I'm Dave, I'm a KDP strategist, and I've been running my own self-publishing business for more than 3 years. The thing is, I don't do it the way everyone else teaches it. I use an organic funnel method instead of the classic ads and keywords approach that most people in this space are chasing, and it's what I teach on my YouTube channel and inside my free school community. So if you want to sell books without paying to play, you are in the right place. Here's the thing almost nobody stops to think about, and once you see it, you can unsee it. Amazon ads were created by the exact same company that gives you the platform where you publish your book in the first place. It's all Amazon, and when one company owns both the place you sell and the ads you buy to sell there, you have to ask yourself a simple question, which is, who those ads were really built to benefit? Because they weren't built for you. They were built for Amazon. Think about how the whole thing is set up. Amazon has this enormous marketplace, and inside it they created a system where everybody can compete against each other by spending more and more money to push their product to the top. So now you got thousands of publishers all bidding against each other, and every single one of them is handing money to Amazon just to be seen. And remember, Amazon already makes money from you before you ever touch an ad, because when you sell a copy of your book, they're taking somewhere around 40% of that sale already. So they earn from the sale, and then on top of that, since ads are the main way most people try to sell on KDP, they earn a second time by selling you the ads. It's the same customer paying them twice. And it gets better for them because they're the ones who decide the price of those ads, and they can raise it every single year. The excuse is always the same, that the platform is getting more saturated, more crowded, more competitive year after year. And honestly, right now, that excuse has never been easier to make because the whole place is flooding with AI-generated books that somebody threw together in a day or two. So the competition goes up, the ad prices go up, and all Amazon has to do is put your book at the top of the search results and they collect. That's guaranteed money for them. It is not guaranteed money for you, and I want you to really see with that difference. And then there's the part that almost nobody talks about, which is the timing. When you run ads, you pay Amazon instantly. The money leaves your account right away. But when you actually sell a copy of your book, you don't see that money for 2 months after the sale happened. So you're floating cash out of your own pocket immediately and waiting weeks and weeks to maybe get paid back if the ads even worked. So when you really look at it honestly, Amazon ads are a massive advantage for the Amazon platform, and it is nowhere near obvious that they are actually the best way for you to sell books on KDP. So if ads are Amazon's game, how are you supposed to think about Amazon at all? And this is the reframe that changed everything for me, so stay with me here. You should see Amazon KDP as nothing more than a supplier. That's it. It's a supplier you can plug into to handle all the hard, expensive, annoying parts of selling a physical product that would normally crash a new entrepreneur before they even got started. Think about everything KDP actually does for you. It prints your book on demand, so you're not sitting on inventory. It handles the logistics and shipping, so you're not packing boxes in your living room. It gives you a marketplace with millions of buyers already in it, so you don't have to build a store from scratch. It processes the refunds. It deals with customer service. If you try to do all of that yourself as a beginner with no money, you'd never even launch. So as a supplier, KDP is generally incredible, and I mean that. But, and this is the part you can skip over, the disadvantages are real and they're big. You don't control the platform. You don't control the prices. You saw that with the ads. You don't control the algorithm inside Amazon. You don't control the saturation, and you're renting space in a marketplace that's designed first and foremost to make Amazon money. So the whole skill, the entire game really, is learning how to squeeze every bit of advantage out of using Amazon as your supplier while building a way around the disadvantages so you're never fully at their mercy. Rent a platform but own the the way people find you. And the good news is there are a lot of ways to do that. You can promote your books with content marketing, you can do it with email marketing, and both of those are completely free. You can even run ads if you want to, just not Amazon's ads. You can run meta ads, the ones that show up on Instagram and Facebook, which at least don't feed the same machine that's already taking its cut of your sales. But the one I want to focus on in this whole video, the one that built my business from nothing, is TikTok content marketing. Now, why TikTok specifically out of everything? Let me tell you where I actually started, because this matters. TikTok was the very first platform I ever used to sell books. That's where the whole thing began for me. After that, I brought in Instagram, and more recently, I've been integrating YouTube Shorts and YouTube in general, testing whether it can work for self-publishing too. But if you're just starting out, TikTok is hands down the best place to plant your flag, and here's why. TikTok gives you something almost no other platform gives a complete beginner, which is the ability to post content that is generally not professional and still make a real living from it. You don't need good lighting, you don't need editing skills, you don't need to look like a polished creator, because TikTok rewards authenticity, and it rewards the fact that you're showing up and publishing content every single day with consistency. That's what the platform actually cares about. And the more authentic and real you are on TikTok, the easier it becomes to sell books, which is the complete opposite of what most people expect when they hear the word marketing. So if you're not supposed to be polished and salesy, what are you actually supposed to do? And this is where most people get it completely backwards. So pay close attention to this next part. What you have to do is create content that is not about selling books at all. You're not trying to sell. Instead, you have to put yourself fully in the shoes of a potential customer, and you have to become the person who suggests something to people, something you use, something you do, a solution you stumble onto that fixed a problem you actually had. You are the friend giving a recommendation. You are not the salesman closing a deal, and that distinction is everything. Let me make it concrete with my own book. One of my books is a date idea book, and the problem it solves is boredom in cowboys, that feeling of doing the same thing every weekend and running out of ideas. And notice something here, because it's important. The problem you solve through a book doesn't have to come from a high content book or a heavy non-fiction book. It can come from a low content or a mid content book just as easily. What actually matters is that you get incredibly specific about the exact problem you're solving, because when you're on TikTok, you want the algorithm to hand your content to the specific group of people who have that specific problem and feel the pain points that come with it. Specific problem and specific audience. That's how the algorithm works for you instead of against you. And the best way to reach those people is not to walk up and say, hey, buy this solution to your problem. The best way is to say that you had the exact problem and you solved it with this book. And here's the key detail. You never mention that you're the one selling that book on Amazon. You stay the person who found the solution and is passing it along, never the person cashing in on it. The moment you become the seller, you lose them. As long as you stay the friend who found something great, they lean in. Alright, let me stop talking theory and actually show you what this looks like in the real world, because I've got two pieces of content that took off and I want to break down exactly why they work. The first one is a video I made that went past 1.9 million views, and that single video generated a serious amount of money in 1 month. It's honestly kind of incredible, and it stacked up over 100,000 likes. And here's the thing that will surprise you. The video is stupidly simple. It's literally just me flipping through the book, which is already completed and filled in, so people can see the finished result, the whole benefit of the book once you've actually gone through all of it. And as they watch, they start thinking, okay, if me and my partner filled this whole thing out too, we'd end up with something real to keep. We'd actually go and live all these different experiences together. And that's the payoff they feel, a pile of memories built together, boredom gone. Now, here's the part I want you to really study. I put a text hook right at the top of the video, and I did not say, hey, I made this book about living experiences with your partner. Instead, I impersonated the exact person who buys this book, which is usually a girl somewhere between 18 and 25, and I wrote a hook in her voice, something as simple as me and my boyfriend completing it in less than a year. That's it. And you have to do the same thing. You have to climb inside the head of the person you're trying to sell to and speak as them, not at them. The second one is a carousel, and this one's for a book I don't even sell anymore because I ended up building a better version of it later. I just wasn't happy with how the original turned out. But even so, it sold a ton of copies while I was promoting it, and this one carousel pulled over 1 million views and passed 100,000 likes. And it's so simple, it's almost funny. The first photo doesn't show the book at all, and it definitely doesn't say buy this book. The first photo is just an Amazon package sitting there, and that one image does two things at once. It instantly tells people in the very first second that whatever this is, it's something you get on Amazon, and at the same time it opens up this curiosity gap because they have no idea what's actually inside the box. Then on top of the photo, I wrote a text hook that says something like, if you and your best friend are always bored, which widens that curiosity gap even more and again impersonates the buyer, because this was the same kind of book but made for best friends instead of couples. Same boredom problem, here's your solution. And then in the slides that follow, I show the book, I show the internal pages, photos of it laid out. The process is exactly the same as the video, just in a different format. So the takeaway from both of these, the thing I want you to walk away burning into your memory, is that you have to impersonate the person you're selling to. And the hook is where the whole thing is won or lost. Get the hook right, and the rest almost takes care of itself. Now, here's something that trips up almost every beginner, and it's gonna feel wrong when I say it. You do not need to put a link to your book in the bio of your profile. You just don't need it, and I'll tell you why. People instantly understand that your book is on Amazon, especially after something like that package photo, and the moment they see the cover, they already know the title, so they'll just go and search for it on Amazon themselves. And yes, some people will still drop a comment saying something like, where's the book, or where can I find this? And when they do, you just reply and tell them they can find it on Amazon by typing the title in the search bar. Simple as that. But there's an even better move you can make, and this is one of my favorites. When one of your videos is taking off and going viral, you can post a reply video where you film yourself actually going onto Amazon, searching for the book and finding it, so there's zero doubt left in anyone's mind about where to get it. And here's why that's so powerful. That reply video gets pushed onto the For You page of all the people who already interacted with your original video. So even someone who watched, liked it, but didn't buy, now sees this second video showing them exactly how to buy it. You're selling to the same warm audience a second time. It's like a natural second step in the process, and it costs you nothing but a few minutes to film. And to really get why this whole approach works, you need to understand what TikTok is actually doing behind the scenes every time you post, because once it clicks, everything I've said so far makes even more sense. Here's the beautiful part. It genuinely does not matter if you have 0 followers or if you have millions, because TikTok treats every single video the same way at the start. Every time you post, the algorithm is trying to figure out whether your video is good, whether it has the potential to go viral, and it does that by showing it to a small test group first. It starts by pushing it out to somewhere around 500 to 1,000 people. And if your video performs well with that little group, if people watch it and interact with it, TikTok bumps it up to a bigger group, maybe around 10,000 viewers. If it keeps performing there, it moves it up again, so something like 50,000, and it just keeps going like that. It's an iterative process, each step unlocking the next, entirely based on how people respond. So once you understand that, you realize the goal is not to pour every ounce of your energy into crafting one single perfect piece of content and praying it hits. The goal is to understand this test and expand system and fit it properly, which brings me to the most important habit of the whole thing. Here's what you actually do with that knowledge, and this is the part that separates the people who make this work from the people who quit after 2 weeks. You focus on creating a lot of content where each piece takes you no more than about 10 minutes to make, and you publish every single day. That's the whole discipline right there. Because think about what that protects you from. If a video flops, who cares? You spend 10 minutes on it, not 3 hours. There's no heartbreak, there's no wasted afternoon. You just move on to the next one. But if you're putting out 2 or 3 pieces of content a day, even the ones that don't perform particularly well are still doing work for you. Because even a video that isn't viral is still showing your book to something like 3,000 targeted viewers, people who actually have the problem your book solves. So you're generating steady, consistent sales from videos that never even went viral in the first place. And on top of those steady sales, every single one of those posts is another lottery ticket, because any one of them can be the one that takes off and goes viral. So you're staking 2 things at the same time. You're getting consistent sales from the non-viral content, and you're constantly increasing your chances of hitting a viral video. And there's a third thing happening underneath all of it, which is that by posting every day, you're signaling to TikTok that you're an active, consistent creator. And the platform rewards that by pushing your content harder over time. So your odds of going viral don't stay flat. They actually grow day after day, the longer you keep showing up. That's the compounding effect nobody tells you about. So let me bring this all the way back to where we started. Amazon is not your business. Amazon is your supplier, and Amazon ads are a game built for Amazon to win. The way you actually sell books without handing your money over to compete inside their marketplace is by making simple, authentic content on TikTok, showing up every single day, impersonating the exact person you're selling to, and suggesting your book as the solution you found instead of the product you're pushing. That's the whole method, and it's the thing that built my business from zero. Now, if you're watching this and you're thinking, okay, I get the idea, but I want the full system, the complete breakdown of how to do content marketing as a self-publisher the right way, that's exactly what I put together in my Content Marketing for Self-Publishers guide. It takes everything I just walked you through and goes deep, so you know exactly what to post, how to write hooks that actually convert, and how to build this into a real engine that sells your books without ads. I'll leave it linked for you right below this video. So that's really the core of it. Stop paying Amazon to compete, start using TikTok to sell, and let simple content done consistently do the heavy lifting for you. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. It genuinely means a lot, and I'll see you in the next one.